Hello everyone and welcome back to Aarklash Legacy. We defeated a mini-boss last time, and let me just check up here actually. Who was protecting this chest? And that mini-boss has kind of shown the... not quite the full tactical depth of the game, but the way that micromanagement and positioning is very, very important in this game. Especially considering our healer has a heal that needs direct line of sight and has a limited range and such. We really need to pay attention to where our characters are standing and such. I also didn't show you Nella's next skill. She unlocked Breath of Health, which is a targeted healing, takes 5 seconds to cast and heals for 350. It is... apart from the fact that Nella regenerates her mana, it is inferior to the Star of Vitality.
I'm shedding some armor.
And because I keep explaining things, they keep doing their thing where they complain about not doing anything. Okay, so we do have a map, which the game just told us. Just shows us where we come from. This is the exit of that dungeon we took the relic from. And then this is the path we've come, that's what the mini-boss was, etc. It can be quite useful to have this map. Okay, we've sighted an enemy. 2 swordsmen, but there's probably more in the back here which we can't see yet. Yes, there is. A Bard of Alahan and some archers. So let's move Nella close. In order to maybe, if we're quick enough, we can interrupt the invocation of light. But we'll have to see. Nokka is currently immobilized by the Bard. Let's check him out actually. Okay, he's magic, does a fairly slow attack. He's very weak against physical and very well defended against magical damage. He has Invocation of the Light, which is very slow to cast, takes 8 seconds to cast, but then it does a kind of magic sphere which goes again in a straight line and damages anything it passes through. Again, can be manually avoided. We have the Seal of Lan, which reduces magic armor. And Word of Immobilization, which immobilizes a target for 5 seconds. From other games, immobilization might seem like it's basically just stops movement. In this game it's a freeze, essentially. It makes the target unable to do anything. Okay, now let's try and get Nella close enough. Now, Nella. Knock down, please.
No.
Denzel, you can start going over here. Nokka is now back on her feet, or rather back in action. Denzel can attack that, Nella can move back a little bit. I want Nella to be able to interrupt, but not quite close enough to knock down Denzel. And Denzel, because he does physical damage, he's going to be quite strong against the Bard. So I'm going to use him for that purpose, and Wenderu, you can give our tank a boost.
I heal your wound.
So you see, Denzel's attacks do quite a lot of damage to the Bard.
Power of the land, flow to me! I heal your wound.
So the Bard is now casting his invocation again, which means Nella will stop that. And Nella is taking a fair amount of damage now, so...
What would you do without me?
I'll get her up again. And I'll taunt the archer on Nokka to
We are are wheel swords!
Okay, immobilization I just explained. Interrupt preparations I've explained. Very nice. I did the taunt to get some damage off Nella. Because Nokai can take far more punishment than Nella. Obviously. Being a tank. Now, this appears to be some sort of camp. And by the looks of it, it's where the enemy, they call them the Lion. It's where they are camping out. And they do not like us. Enemy sighted. Swordsman, swordsman as a bard, okay. We don't like the bards. Denzel, get out of there. Knocker. Aggro that. And then buff yourself. And Denzel. Take on the bard.
Snick, snick!
There we go. Wenderu, you can give a heal to Knocker.
We are wheel swords!
Okay, the bard's down. That went very quickly. Now Nella, take on that guy. And we can taunt the swordsman back now.
Pathetic creatures.
Good, good. And there's a few reinforcements here. Again, I will need to taunt them. Actually, all things considered, I can just kill them. And since this fight is still going, who are you going for? Okay, I'm going to taunt this guy away. Activate the defensive buffs. Get some more mana on Wenderu.
Mana, flow through me!
And get a heal off on Knocker. Okay, another swordsman. The taunt still has recast, so I can't use it yet. Denzel leveled up, he gained his last skill right now. And because I would like to use it, I'll show it to you now. His last skill is Shadow Assassin. So after I activate this, and it costs me 75 stamina points, and he only has a maximum of 100, so it's quite expensive. But after activating it, the next 3 attacks in the next 10 seconds inflict a bunch of bonus damage. They do 2.5 times as much damage as normal. Okay, so we definitely want to taunt this elite swordsman. And let's see what he has. Okay, he has For the Glory of the Bold. I don't think we've seen that yet. Which reflects back damage. So let's do this and use Mystic Theft to remove this, because it's an increase effect. You can tell it's in the list here, it's under increase. So now it's gone. Nella, you can hit it with a bit of damage. Wenderu, get a Star of Vitality on Denzel, and Knocker, you can boost yourself. There we go, we've got a Hollow Earring, an Earring of Prosperity, and an Amulet of Kyber. Or Kaiber. I don't know. Strange pronunciation rules. No. I don't want that. Inventory, that's what I want. We have this amulet doing less than the current one, okay? So let's give it to... Oh, can anyone use this? Physical, magical armor, and healing received. I'll give it to Nella. Earrings. We already have good earrings on everyone, and these are fairly useless. So again, I'm just going to recycle them. And you can see how it slowly fills up. Now, we have a new skill on Nokka, Sword Axe. I'm rarely using this, but it's a physical damage, actually magic damage skill. It costs her HP, so because she's my tank, I don't use it very often. Denzel has a Shadow Assassin, as I've shown you. Nilla hasn't unlocked hers yet, and Wenderu has Mystic Predator. After 2 seconds, Wenderu transfers to herself all increase effects which affect her target. So Denzel has an ability to remove all
My blades
increase
grow
effects,
dull waiting for you.
and Wenderu can steal them, but it only affects the increase effects that have a duration. Oh, a chest, I forgot that actually. So let's look at that. Won't use, actually, since I don't have an amulet yet, I could equip that one. Healing received, mana regeneration, and physical armor. Tempted to give it to Nella for the mana regen. Physical armor and reduction of control effects. Sounds good on Denzel. No. Obviously it only takes away increased effects which have a duration. Some enemies have kind of inherent passive abilities which are increase effects, and taking them away would be obviously problematic, because then maybe you would have it for forever, so it doesn't work on those. And now let's see what's going to happen if we approach this area here. It looks particularly interesting. And I'll take a sip of coffee.
Virulent gutter scum! What have you done with her?
The relic was collateral signed by your father. Even in his death, the debt still must be paid.
I could care less for some bauble. What have you done with Lady Mornstar? What have you done with my sister?
Nothing. And if she has a face like yours, that's probably the best she can hope for.
Why, you presumptuous little turd! I look forward to wiping you off my boot.
Enough! We are wheel swords. We claim the relic. We know nothing of your sister's disappearance. Take up any grievance with the guild or patron Lockshy, but let us pass.
Your guild of goldmongers and their wheelsword mercenaries are no more. You have been disbanded by royal decree. Your lives and the lives of those you serve are forfeit, as befits kidnappers and brigands.
The little lord speaks madness. Let's kill him and break his teeth.
Kill them all, but not the sorceress. We'll get the truth out of her. Nothing can resist the righteousness of the God of Light.
Okay, we have an archer, an elite archer. We've got Mornstar again, last time he ran away. And 2 normal swordsmen. So Nokka, you will go for Mornstar, he has a taunt anyway. I will have Denzel move here to take on the archer. Wenderu can go into position here, and I'll put Nella maybe here. So Mornstar is now using his taunt on Nokka, but that's okay. Nokka can use her defensive skills. The archers, your defense against magic is slightly weaker, so I'm going to lightning you. And I think I'll use Leech Grain on Mornstar.
What is planted grows.
And Nokka can use a heal.
Be healed, friend.
Okay, there goes the elite archer, so Denzel can take out the other one. Wenderu, you can feast on Nella. And instantly Nokka, please.
What would you do without me?
Nella, you can get a heal off as well. It's going to take a while to cast though. And you can feast on Denzel now. Interesting, okay. The heal is kind of cheap, so I can probably get off another damage spell. Okay, Denzel, you're almost done over there. And Wenderu, another Leech Grain, please. Now I need to feast again. Let's take Denzel. That's the problem with Wenderu in long fights. She can run out of mana at this point because we haven't really unlocked much on her yet. Because later on we get skill points and such, and we can actually change the way our skills work. Denzel, why don't you activate your Shadow Assassin? Let's get another heal off, and actually let's check out the last skill we've unlocked, Elemental Chains. After 3 seconds of incantation time, Nella reduces by 20% the speed of attack of an enemy for 10 seconds. I rarely use that, it doesn't seem that useful. Knocker, you can definitely... Didn't press shift there, whatever. Okay, and now everyone can just take on Mornstar. Let's make his attack slower, just for fun. Okay, let's see what he has. Immunity against damage for 15 seconds? Well, we don't want that, now do we?
No, don't think so.
He's almost dead now. So there we go.
I'll be blinded by their godforsaken light. Lord Mornstar was telling the truth. This is a royal decree of the Barons, ordering our extermination.
What have we done to these Barons of Light? I know them not, nor do they know me.
By decree of the Court of Alahan and the Lords of Light, the guild known as the Goldmongers and their nefarious lackeys, the Wheel Swords, are hereby disbanded. For crimes including murder, extortion, kidnapping, blah blah blah, etc., etc., etc. These fugitives must be apprehended and hung by the neck until dead, or put to the sword if they resist arrest.
So it's not just us. It's the entire guild. The patrons, their houses, outposts, and all the Wheel Swords. They've given the order to have us killed on sight.
That little man. I'll take his eyes. He has brought down all this hate upon us.
Leave the body, Naka. It's not just him. All of Alahan has orders to slay us. We must leave.
But where do we go? We can't go to a guild outpost. They're the first places the knights will have attacked.
Then we'll flee to the mountains of Behemoth.
Ah, the lusty mountains. A better place to die.
I agree. Any place is better than here. My blood is steel!
My steel for our blood!
Okay, mysterious glowy door, but it doesn't take us straight out of this. We have time to explore. Advanced Tactics 1, blah blah. I think I've done a fairly good job explaining what I'm doing. There might be another group of enemies here, I don't remember exactly. But if there are, we might as well kill them, but shouldn't remember to save. I'm using 2 saves, so I've always got a backup in case one of them doesn't work. You never know, so I'm always saving on the one that the less recent one of the 2, I guess. Which is a good tactic to use. Okay, and that appears to be everything. We've now... Yep, we've looked at the entire place. So it's time to move on. Actually, before I do. Magic armor, magic damage and healing done. That sounds good for Nella, but I really don't like losing out on mana regen. So, nope. What do you have? You have mana regen, which is pointless. Healing done. It's only 2%, but it actually has a point on Wenderu. Now, we lose some mana regen, but we gain magic damage. I think... Her... I don't really use her for damage, though. Let's put it on just for fun. Let's see what else. Mana regen and mana regen. Those are kind of useless because none of our other party members have a mana regeneration. And a relic. Anyone without one yet? Nope. Physical and magic armor. Let's put it away. Good. Close, thank you. And let's head on. If I activate an object, then only my currently selected party member will go for it. Even if I have the entire party selected, one of them still the one whose skill bar I'm currently seeing. And the loading screens are kind of long. I don't quite know why, maybe because I'm recording at the same time. But we're still trying to escape the light.
We have not killed enough of these lion knights.
Wendaru, we are bound to protect the guild. We cannot do that if we're dead.
It is not my intent to die. My heart calls for vengeance. We kill them all, and the danger for the guild dies with them.
We must go to the guild hold in Acheron. Those are the standing orders if all else fails. Nella's counsel is sound.
Acheron? Who would go there?
Exactly, my dear.
Denzel, are we in the right place?
That's what the map says. There's only one way to be sure. We must go forward.
Onward it is.
Plan directional shots. I've not quite shown you that yet. It's a thing I can do with a Star of Vitality. For example, assuming I don't have direct line of sight on Knocker. I do at this point, but let's just assume I don't. Normally, if I just click, it'll be used in that direction instantly, like so. Instead, I'll just wait for the cooldown. And this will be the last thing I'll show you this time. But instead, I can click it. If I hold down, I will instead be using it from this direction, so Wendaru will move there and then use it.
I heal your wounds.
It's rarely useful. My positioning is usually so that I don't need it. But just showing you that possibility. Now, that's it for this episode. We have done quite a lot. We've seen some storyline. We are now no longer part of a very prestigious guild that is respected and feared throughout the land. We are now outlaws, hunted by everyone pretty much. So, slight change of plan, I guess. And we need to find the guild hall in Acheron, I believe. Which we will do next time.
Killing something?
So, let me know what you thought. Comments, feedback and such are appreciated, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye!